Hey, what's up, guys? So, anyways, I thought this would be a nice little relaxing scenery. Just laying back and just doing some thinking. So, this video I'm making is a topic about relationships. Now, I found that I have covered this. I've had hit this incident a few times in my life, and I have my personal opinion. And since I'm making the video, it's going to be about my personal opinion. But I've also heard other people's opinions about their issues, and I've talked with many people about my personal issues as well as talked to them about theirs. So the issue is, or the topic of this one is, have you moved on from your ex or not? And it's that simple. If you move on from your ex, you've moved on, right? You can't, make people believe, oh, yes, I've moved on my ex. Just because you're not with your ex doesn't mean emotionally you're not with your ex. The thing is, if you're always accepting their help in everything they pretty much offer, because you cannot take the responsibility to do it on your own, then you still have your ex involved in your life. You haven't left a form of that relationship. Now, it gets a little bit tricky because the thing is, if you are truly separated from somebody and it's just you two, and you can completely cut it up, clean off, and be done with them. Completely done. If you choose to be friends afterwards, now, that's kind of really tricky because one person is still wanting to be with the other person. You rarely ever, and it does happen, but you rarely ever have two people go look at each other and go, you know what? We are just not good for each other. Do you agree? Yes, I agree. We are not good for each other. Okay, we'll just be friends. Nothing else. You rarely have. It happens. It is. If you can think of it, it's been done. But it's just something you don't commonly see. So, anyways, so it's either comes down to, four type of scenarios. One, you got feelings for them still. One person has feelings for the other. Two, the other two people still have feelings for each other. Three, they completely don't talk to each other. And four, you become some sort of friends where that's it. Okay? Whatever the case may be. So now it gets, when you have a child involved, or two children, or three children, whatever. When you have children, objects, pets and stuff like that, that's where it gets complicated. Now, because people can get confused. If you say to a person, I'm not with them anymore, I'm moving on with my life. But every time they offer help, you accept it, or you accept their help. Are you really completely moved on with your life? Can you not take care of matters in your own hands, enough responsibility, to be able to take care of your own matters? Well, okay, let's say you're a teenager and you do need help, like they have a car and you don't, and you need a hand. Then maybe I could see that. Or maybe unfortunately you're broke and don't have a job, and they have a job and they're willing to give you money. Then maybe, I could see that. But if you're an adult living on your own, making your own money, and you're doing everything on your own, and you want to move on with your life, then move on with your life. You shouldn't have to accept their assistance or ask them for help. Now, coming back to the children, if you have a child involved and the other parent has the right to be in that child's life, yes, that is correct. And there should be nothing against that. If they want to help out with that child, that is their right, and there should be nothing against that. And you can completely move on with your life and live a happy life with someone else, well, still accepting help from that person for that child. That is completely acceptable. Now, here's where it gets fun again, okay? If they're giving child support, that's great. If they're, taking the child out, that's all acceptable. Where it gets tricky, that people get confused, if your child falls down and hurts himself and the father goes, oh, what happened? That's conversation. That's going to happen. There's nothing wrong with that. But if one person says, oh, I have no money to get them Band-Aids, and the mother or the father goes, oh, okay, that's no problem. I will bring you by some Band-Aids. I don't have any money, yeah, that would be great. Thank you. Okay. If you're by yourself, that's acceptable. Okay. You can accept stuff from your ex. Now, you might have that type of relationship. But if you're with somebody and you can't ask them and you push your new partner aside to accept help from your ex that your partner can clearly help you with, and you talk to your ex first and not with your new partner, guess what? That is belittling them, in my opinion, and putting your ex-lover ahead of them. Because the thing is, you should be old enough now. If you're old enough to live on your own, make your own money, have your own vehicle, do all your life choices on your own, you should be moving forward like you say you are, to be able to take matters in your own hands, your own responsibilities. If it comes down to there being an issue where you need help with something, you're with somebody, your new partner is your, starting of your new future. They should be the first one you contact and talk with your issues, your troubles, and work together. That should be the person you should be going to first. So when two people break up and they become exes and they have a child, they both get to a point in their life where they have two families, okay? If you're still considering the three of you a family, you're not separated. You're still in a relationship. What it should be, and again, this is my personal opinion. Other people have other opinions, but in my personal opinion, if you have separated from your ex, the only family you have now, your first priority, your first family that has priority is you and your son, or you and your children. That's it. The next section of that family, like the pyramid, you're on the top of the pyramid. The next part of the family would be you, and then the father, and so on and so forth. That is next on the list. Once you start dating somebody to a point of moving on with your life and creating a new future, that person becomes top of the priority list. So now your family is you, your new partner, and the child or children. Sorry, child. I was going to say child. So child or children, right? As same goes with the ex. The ex will meet somebody else, and your child will become part of their family. So the child is the link between the two parents, and that's the way it should be. There should be no help between, unless if there's a hand, if something comes up where you need a hand, and then you talk with your new partner, and then somehow the ex is somehow good friends with you, and he or she offers, and it's agreed between you two, then yeah, that's totally acceptable. But if you are pushing your partner aside to take help or assistance from your ex, that is totally not acceptable. And in my opinion, you should not be with a person like that, because that person clearly has not moved on. So I have talked with people, we have sat down, and it does get tricky, but it really comes down to, are you ready to move on or not? And if you're ready to move on, then really you should be old enough and responsible enough to be able to carry out your own new family and relationship with your new individual partner and not have to get any type of assistance from your ex. Really, you should be at that. Like, if you're 40 years old or 50 years old and you're still getting assistance from your ex, then really you need to kind of just tell your ex you want them back, because you obviously can't move on. Anyways, so the reason I did this video was I did have an incident that has happened to me, and I've talked to other people that's had the same incident happen to them. And I'm not making this video to, focus anyone out, or point anyone out, or make anyone look bad. That's not my purpose behind this video. My purpose is, when there's a topic that I come across, or I'm talking with people and so on, and I do have a lot of opinion about something, of course I'm going to speak my mind. And that's just how I am. I'm not trying to make anyone look bad. Everyone has, the right to have their own opinions and do what they want. If someone chooses to do something, technically they're right in their own way. And it's not right for anyone to say that they are wrong. So they have the choice to do what they want. If you don't connect with their decision, you don't sync with them. And if you don't sync with them, it's not much of a point to keep them, really. You can talk with them, but don't really keep them in your life, because you're going to conflict with them, and that's going to create negativity. And what did I say about negativity and positivity? Right. Be positive and enjoy life. I haven't said this for a long time. Anything you can do, you can put your mind to. Or anything you put your mind to, you can do. That's right. You get the point. Anyways, so again, subscribe, hit the like button or the negative button, leave a comment. And if you want to leave a negative comment, go ahead. You know what? Open up the conversation. The floor is open for conversation. So anybody, you can say what you want. You don't have to believe my beliefs. You don't have to agree with me. I'm not going to down on you. I'm not going to jump on you. You can say what you want. If I have a friend or an ex or a hater or whatever, you can say what you want. It's my opinion, and this is just what I'm, being about my opinion. So, again, it is a food for thought. So, take some time, think about it, and until next time, I'll talk to you later. High five.